The first question say, find the points of intersection with the line and the parabola. Okay, so this is related to the discriminant. So I'm not related yet, but later on you will. So to find the point of intersection, what we have to do is to solve them simultaneously. So let's solve them simultaneously. X squared minus x minus 2 equal to x plus 6. Notice that I make them equal to each other because they are both equal to y. So therefore, next step is to move all terms to the left side to solve a quadratic equation. Yes. Okay, good. And then we'll do the after that. You factorize. Factorize, please. And then finish it off. Alright, have a start now. Anthony, how do we factorize this? What do we get?
4 and 2 negative.
Say again?
What's next thing?
No.
Negative 4 and 2.
So what do you write?
X minus 4.
So at least okay, we'll find the x value. And then Denise, what do we have to find after this? Well, bad luck. Hurry up.
The y-axis.
No. No, why are we trying to find the point intersection? So therefore, after we find the x value, we have to find the y value. Excellent. So which one do I use? I use the easier one. Use y equal to x plus 6. You can also use this, but that's a little bit more complicated, isn't it? But you get the same answer. So we substitute 4 in there, so we get y equal to 4 plus 6, which is 10. And also we also get the other one, something negative 2 in there, so y equal to 2 plus 6, which is 4. Now remember, they want the point intersection, so make sure you present your answer as 4 10 or these are the 2 point of intersection. And notice I drew the graph for you. So I want you to draw this. Say again?
How could there be 2 points of intersection?
I will show you exactly why I draw the picture.
Like, how do you know when to use the 4?
Well, I will show you. In fact, you have to use both, not just use one of them. Let me show you how. So this graph is drawn. This is the graph of this. Y equal to x squared minus x minus 2. That's the graph of the parabola. Now we're going to plot these 2 points on the number plane. 4, 10 will be exactly here. That's 4, 10. The other one is negative 2, 4. Negative 2, 4. 2 points, right? Now, I'm going to draw the graph of y equal to x plus 6. What does this graph look like? What's the y-intercept? 6, very good. Let me change the color to purple. Okay, purple. So 6 is the y-intercept, very good, Ruby. And then we're going to join it with a line. We'll have a straight line. I'm going to use a straight line tool, so it's super straight. There you go. Put this in purple. Okay, good. Watch this. Very cool. This is a straight line. But you have to use a ruler. Click on this. And then we're going to put some arrows on there. You should put arrows. Does that make sense? That's the line, right? And it crosses at these 2 points. The 2 points it crosses are 4, 10 and 4. Does that make sense? That's why I have 2 points. It crosses the parabola twice. Any question? Yes? That's why there are 2 points, because the line crosses the parabola twice. Okay, good. Now you get the picture. We're going to do more of these questions, but in the context of discriminant. Let's do the next one. Okay, let's do the next one. Any question? Let's move on. Prove that this line is a tangent. What does tangent look like? Yeah, it's intersect ones, right? So how do you show something intersect ones? As well. You can use a discriminant. So what you do is this. You make them equal first. The first step, you make them equal. Every time they say intersection, you must make them equal. And then move all terms to the left side. Like this. Right? And then how do you factorize? Anthony, again, how do you factorize this?
minus 1. That one.
Well, numbers
Minus
which
2 minus 2.
yes, okay, which is a perfect square. So whenever you get a perfect square, what will happen? It's only one solution, right? 2. So where's 2? 2 is this one, right? Over here. And show this line is a tangent. Now, what's the y-intercept of this line? 1, right? So we're going to draw this line, which is a tangent. Let's draw it. I have a line tool. Let's use the line tool. Draw a line like this. See, it's a tangent. Right, very good. It's a tangent. I'm going to make it in purple. Just put some arrows. Done.
Wait, sir,
Yeah.
when you worked out that x equals 2, why did you go, wait, why did you make the 2 up on the line?
Just be aware.
Because that's where it touches, right? When you solve simultaneously, you touch at 2, right?
Yeah, but that's just 2 on the x-axis. Why did
No,
you have
2 is not on the x-axis, so you switch it back into y. But you can sort of tell from the graph, isn't it? It's going to be 3.
Yeah.
Because the graph is drawn for you. So it's 3. So when you see there's a one answer, makes sense?
Yeah.
And when it's 2 solution, we call that a secant. Okay, so we got that. And of course, you can also calculate the discriminant. You will find the discriminant should be what? Has to be 0 because it's a solution, right? So when it's a tangent, when you see the tangent, remember discriminant 0. Okay? When it is 2 point of intersections, you get discriminant bigger than 0. So if you find a discriminant perfect square as well. So it'll be 4 plus 36, right? Positive.
Like, how do you know the other point on the line? Like,
How do I know 3? I substitute 2 into the
Like,
y.
how do you know the other one versus 1? Like, how do you know the
Y-intercept, put 0 into x, you get the y-intercept. Okay, so we'll get this tangent. So tangent is when discriminant 0, secant is when discriminant is greater than 0. And if it doesn't intersect, discriminant will be negative. Alright, can you think of tangent can cross the parabola once, right? Are there any other lines that cross the parabola once? That's not a tangent. Who can tell me? No? Well, if I draw this line, let me see this. Actually, a vertical line crosses once, but it's not a tangent, isn't it? Well, it just is, right? It just crosses once. Say again?
It's an tangent.
Yep, but also a vertical line touches once. So it's not a touch, this is a touch, this is a cross. So that's one solution, that's also one solution, right? Yeah. Alright, good. I don't think you get it, but anyway. Alright. Next page, we're going to do some harder questions. Hopefully you're ready. Hurry up. Okay, good. Let's move on. Now we're going to use some discriminant. Next page. Application of discriminant to the intersection of line and the parabola. Good. Alright, let's have a look. For what values of k? Now this time, the line doesn't have a value. We need to figure out what k is. It's like this problem, isn't it? It's like this problem k, right? It's like this problem. It's a tangent, but this problem k is 1. But this one, we don't know the k value. So it's a tangent to this parabola. So what you do is, again, like before, we solve simultaneously first. So step 1, solve simultaneously. To solve simultaneously, you write x squared minus x minus 2 equals 3x plus k. and move all terms to the left side. Minus 4x minus 2 minus k equal to 0. We have to find the value of k so that it is a tangent to the parabola. If it's a tangent, how many solutions will that be? That will be one solution. If it's one solution, this will be 0. So that's why I highlighted at the beginning, when it's a tangent, discriminant is 0. Yes? Okay. Now, how do I do the next question? We have to find discriminant, and we were practicing last lesson. That's for A, that's for B, and for C, everything. Alright? So you got discriminant is B squared minus B. B is going to be 4 bracket squared minus 1 4 times 1 multiplied by negative 2 minus k. Yes? And then you work out. Let's work out. Okay, so what do you have? So you got 16 minus 8 plus 4. Does that make sense? I expanded the brackets. And then what do I do? Yeah, what do I do next? Yeah, what will K be? If K is negative 6, this line will be certainly a tangent to the parabola. And how do I check it? Let's draw it. So you don't have to do that in this exam. This part will be solved. Okay? But let's try to draw the line. Okay, I'll give you a minute to write it down, and we're going to look at exactly what that means. And it's very interesting. Alright, notice that the parabola has been drawn below. This is a parabola that's been drawn for you in blue. We'll now have to draw the line. Let's draw the line. Now, if k is negative 6, what's the equation of the line? Y equal to 3x minus 6, right? That's the line. What's the y-intercept? Okay, 2. Well done. Let's draw it. So we're going to label these things on the graph, and we're going to label the y-intercept of negative 6, which is different pair negative 6 and 2. Let's see if we get a tangent. We're going to use a ruler, and you will get a tangent. You will cross exactly once, for sure. Okay, let me see. Let's get line tools. So I'm going to join these two dots together, starting from negative 6. Can you see it's a tangent if you join the dots, right? It's very cool, isn't it? Alright, so we've got the line, right? That's the line drawn. Make sure you put arrows on both ends. And that's... oh, doesn't work. Put arrows on both ends. No, it doesn't work. Control Z. Try again. 1, 2. Okay. Alright, good. Can you see it's drawn for you? This is y equal to 3x minus 6. It's a tangent, right? Because k is right? So basically k is the y-intercept. Okay. Right, let's take this problem even further. What I'm going to do is this. What if I change the question slightly? I should have said it here. Okay. What if we say, find value of k, what would you do? How would you change the way you do the question? Does not intersect parabola. What would you write? What would discriminant be? Less than 0. Very good. So if we do less than 0, we just you have to use 24 plus 6k. Oh no, it was 4k. 24 plus 4k. Is it 4k? Yeah, 4k is less than 0. So k will be less than 6. So, if k is less than negative 6, what would that be? That the y step is less than negative 6. That will be no intersection. Let's see how that works. So when k is less than negative 6, what happened to the line? You'll be below, isn't it? Right? So you don't intersect the parabola, right? That's k less than negative 6. Right? All these lines will be parallel. They have the same gradient of 3, but different y-intercept. And when the y-intercept is less than negative 6, can you see the purple line doesn't cross the parabola? Now, what happens if I change the question again? Find the value of k such that the line twice. Let's do that. It's going to be the same thing, but k will be more than negative 6. And clearly, when you imagine k is more than negative 6, what will happen? See, that's k is negative 4. Okay, that's k negative 4. And then k is negative 3. Right? Yeah, so that's k more than negative 6. So equal to 6, equal to negative 6 is a tangent. Less than negative 6, it doesn't cross. More than negative 6, it crosses twice. Can you see how you work geometrically? Hopefully it's clearer. Alright, good. Let's move on once you're done. Next one's a little bit harder, but it's the same thing. Exactly the same. Alright, hopefully you're ready. 1, 2, 3, we're going to move on to next page.
So why is discriminant a triangle?
Delta. Why is that a triangle? It's a Greek letter, delta.
Okay.
It's a Greek letter. Is that right, Christina? Yeah, it's a capital D, right? There's a triangle. Yeah. All right. So Greek is very mathematical. Even the letter is a triangle. Yeah. It's amazing. Yep. Of course. Yes. All right. Next page. We're not going to wait. Next page. For what values of m? Would this line touch the parabola?
0.
That's when it is intersect. Not intersect. That's can you see how easy it is? But the question is, how do we find the discriminant? To find the discriminant, you must solve you must solve simultaneously. So make them equal. X squared minus equal to mx plus 6. Does that make sense? Well, thank you. Let's continue.
Thank you.
X squared minus x. Now, move things to the other side. Move this mx to the other side. So you get minus mx. And then plus 3 plus 6. Move all terms to the right side. You must make it quadratic in standard form before you find the discriminant. So we need to do a few things. Other than collecting like term, this is 9. Right? 3 plus 6 is 9. But these are not like terms, but you must combine them. How do I combine them? You take out a common factor of x. And do bracket negative 2 minus 10. Does that make sense? With the negative there. There's good reason why to do that. It's the last question, but there's plenty of space on the next page if you need more working. There's space on the next last example. Yep. Yeah. Okay, now remember we have to find discriminant. So let's make discriminant 0. Let's find discriminant first. So the discriminant will be equal to e squared. Can you see why I combined the two terms? So that I could get the b. This is your b. Say again? No, that b is the number in front of x. Yeah, never include the x. Plus minus 4ac. So that's the hard part, being able to write this thing. Alright, that's the hard part. So basically combine the x terms. Yes? Okay, let's continue. What do? We have to go. Because if you expand, it's going to be harder. You have to make it equal to 0. And how do I solve it? Just move the 36 over. You do not need to expand. It's easier. And then you root it. And when you root it, make sure you always do minus. Let's finish off by m. Okay, I'll leave the rest of steps to you. Have a try. Square root of 36, you can use a calculator or you can do it by hand, it's 6. Okay, good. Right? So what's m? You have to go slowly, equals 8, right? How about this? We have the two values where it is a tangent or touch the parabola. Alright, any question? You got it? Now we're going to look at how visually how it works on the diagram. We're going to do it on the next page. The diagram is on the next page. Hurry up, we're going to move on to the next page. Next page, let's move on. Okay, now remember this is the line y equal to mx minus 6. So if I go to the next page, the graph is drawn for you. That graph is y equals to x squared minus 3 plus 3. That's the graph drawn for you. Now the line is y equal to mx minus 6, right? Now what's the y-intercept of the line?
Do we ever need to draw
Not really, but I just want you to see visually how it works. So you get the picture. Possibly you could be asked to do this. It's not something that you're not capable of doing because this drawing graph is part of functions.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the y-intercept of the line? Y-intercept, anyone? Anthony, what's the y-intercept?
I won't tell you.
You can tell me.
I'm going to minus 6.
Yep, minus 6, perfect. What's the gradient? Gradient is m, right? But remember we found out what m was. What was m equal to? That's what it is, 0, right? So let's see what happens when m is negative 8. When m is negative 8, we draw the graph of this. Right? The gradient is negative 8 means you go across, go back one step, go up a step. So you get this point. Right? And then you go, so it's like, right? You're going down. And we'll do another one. Go back one, go up 8, that will be 10. Actually, something went wrong. Negative 6. Oh, sorry. That's why. Thank you. Well done. Well spotted. So it's. Yeah. Well done. Yeah. Okay, good. So if I join these dots, you'll notice that it's going to be a tangent. Let me just draw this. Hang on. Where's the line tool? There. Okay, cool. Okay, so join these dots, you get tangent, right? Okay, so it's going to be a tangent. And that's going to be this. Okay, get it? I get the other two. where do I get the dots from? You just do the gradient. You do the gradient. So the gradient is negative 8 means you go back one step, go back one step, go up a step. So if I go back one step, I go up a step from negative 6, I end up to be 2. I go back one step, go up 8 steps, I end up to be 10, right? So negative 6 to 10, which is another way to do it if you have a group paper. If you don't have a group paper, find the extra minus step. That will also help you. Okay, good. How about the other one? That's when we're going to put n equal to 4, right? So the other one is y equal to 4. So the gradient is 4 over 1. So you go across one step, go up 4 steps, which is negative 2. Go right one step, go up 4 steps. Okay, we've got these points, we'll draw another line. Can you see that's another tangent? Right? You'll be exactly at that point, right? We've got the 2 tangents. And put the arrows on both ends. Thank you. Alright. Okay, next one. We'll move there. Because you're not listening.
No, I don't get the graph. I was
going to point into the graph. So.
Oh, so you can visually see what that means. It means it's a tangent. So this is M is A, that one is 4, right? Yeah, of course, you don't have to draw the graph, but you can see visually where M is 4, it touches at one point. When M is negative 8, it's not part of the question yet. When M is negative 8, it touches. Have it. Yeah, the first part, so you remember. Part 1. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next part. It said intersect, so that means the discriminant will be greater than 0. Yeah. So discriminant bigger than 0, you have to draw the parabola, isn't it? So remember, we already got when discriminant is equal to 0, it's at negative 8 and 4, right? That's discriminant against M. Does that make sense? Because it's going to be a quadratic inequality. Well, remember we did that on 3.9.2. We cannot solve without drawing. It's an inequality involving quadratic. You have to draw. Is it going to be concave up or down? Up. How do you know? Because if you square it, you can expand it, you get x, right? So it's going to be concave up. So you put concave up for and which part do you look at? The top bit, yes. You got it right. So you're right. Discriminant bigger than 0 means M will be or M will be more than 4. Right?
Also the hardest bit
is the first part, right? Where we actually try to work out when discriminant 0. Once you work out discriminant is equal to 0, it's easier to work out discriminant bigger than 0.
Well, explain what the question will be after that. So you'll be like, yes, it will be.
Or they may even just start with the second part without doing the first part. Then you just have to know you have to do the first step first, make discriminant 0 before you draw the graph. Say again?
Will it just be worth?
Yes, correct. And then how about part 3? It's going to be less than 0, right? And you can just do it. And it's and 4. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why we part 2? Why is it concave up?
Remember, if I expand it, I get positive. So if I'm going to expand this, it's going to be positive. So even though it's negative inside, but when I square it, it becomes positive. Okay, good. Alright, so it's concave up. Okay, any other questions? That's good? Alright, so now we can examine the case where it does not intersect. Does not visually how that works. We can then go back to the next page where we'll look at the diagram. Hopefully all done. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Now remember, intercept. I should have made the diagram bigger. Oops, sorry about that. All right, so let's look at the case where it does not intersect.
It's less than or equals to?
Or just less than, without the equal. Because does not intersect means discriminant is strictly negative. Okay, let's look at the case where intersect. So the gradient has to be more than 4. So if it's more than 4, the line will be like here. Will be here. So if I draw it, it's going to be here, right? Because it's steeper than 4, right? It's going to be steeper. Or it's going to be less than -8. It's going to be steeper than -8. So it's going to go that way, right? So that's when m is more than 4, or m is less than -8, right? On the other hand, if I have this part, which is in red, where does not intersect means the gradient is less than 4. So it's less steep. So it's going to go that way, right? Gradient is less than 4. Or the other way is this thing more than -8. Gradient is more than -8 will go here. So these lines will not intersect the parabola. So the black line will intersect the parabola only once. That's the tangent where the discriminant is 0. And inside is discriminant more than 0. Outside discriminant less than 0. So you can write here discriminant less than 0. This is discriminant to 0. And the inside will be discriminant. Can you see how it works now?
That graph is really...
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you...
I'm sure it give you the same level of satisfaction when you see the video. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. What is it?
Maybe watch the video because I think it's...
All right. Okay. Good. All right. Any question? You should try the example today. Try the question today. I'll give you the exercise to do. Exercise. Today there's 2 things you have to do. Exercise. There's some question you have to do. And there's 2 things you have to do. All right. Start now.